so tired of this job. I just wish I could quit. I just wish I could retire. I just wish I could fucking retire.
You know that song Golden Years?
Golden years. David Bowie.
I imagine that, but I wish I could do that now.
Nothing's gonna touch you in those golden years.
Do you think the idea of retirement depends entirely on...
They can't hear you when you talk that low.
Well, I've been speaking so loud
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to be not loud.
But you need to speak loud enough that the mic picks you up.
Is this too loud? Is this too loud? Is this better?
That's probably fine. But you gotta keep.
Okay.
Yeah. You
Okay.
don't want to trail off.
I'll try to keep my levels like where yours is.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you just want the green to peak out over. You don't want it to be like.
Do we go a single episode without talking about the audio?
We need to stop talking about the audio. So yeah, basically I want to retire and I just want to quit and I just want to go live somewhere else.
Giving up is so awesome.
Quitting the podcast would be the greatest, sweetest pleasure. No, I don't want to quit. What I do want is I want the fame and the money and the power. That's what I want. I'm sort of in the podcasting business for the money. I'm in it for the power. I want the fame, I want the power, I want the money, I want the fucking sex, the fucking drugs.
Do you think it's humble to admit that you do something for selfish reasons?
I wouldn't say it's humble. I'd say it's honest. I think honesty and humility are two different vices.
It's kind of complicated when you're job hunting because if you're like competing with two jobs and one offers a better salary, you don't want to. It's like seen as dishonorable to be like, well, I'm not going to take your offer.
No, I don't think that's dishonorable.
People think it is. People value loyalty more than.
Who says that it's dishonorable to take a job offer that pays more money? Who says this?
Like, let's say you worked at a company.
Okay.
And you got like $50,000 a year, and a job offer was like, we'll give you $70,000.
And
you're
you
like,
think
I'm
that
gonna
it's
leave.
Dishonorable?
Everyone there would be like, he's a fucking prick.
Nobody would say that. Nobody would say that. I think the only person who would say that is like your boss.
Well, exactly.
But your boss is not even a human.
That's true.
Your boss is like some kind of test tube gub snail man.
Have you ever had a boss that you valued as a human life?
Yeah, I guess.
Wally?
Sure. Yeah, Wally, Jill.
Yeah.
Jill's cool.
Yeah.
She was basically a person. It's sort of like it's like a homunculus almost. It's like they just are sort of made. They're like a golem. The boss is like a golem. It's like they're made, and then they can develop a soul, but the odds are they're just not going to have one.
It's like a nobody.
But maybe they can get one. Well, it's more like a golem, I think. But yeah, maybe like a nobody. Almost like a. Have you ever seen the movie Ghost with? Have you seen Ghost?
Is that the one with the clay scene?
That's the one with the clay scene.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Well, he has sex with her as a ghost in that movie.
He molests the clay.
He does not molest the clay. No, he has sex with the girl, the chick. He fucks her as a ghost.
I bet that's awesome.
To fuck a ghost?
Yep.
That shit probably goopy. That shit probably like, dude, fucking Slimer from Ghostbusters. I just got slimed. You got green goo coming out of your ass.
You're saying you wouldn't do any of the ghosts from Ghostbusters?
No, they're all weird monsters. What about that? What if Slimer was? What if you were bottoming for Slimer and he slimed you? Would that be heat?
Do we have questions?
No.
No questions?
No, there's no. You left a question.
Am I not a question then?
Well, that's all. Well, what was your question again? Your question was you asked what the hell did you ask? I don't know.
Didn't I ask how to have a good Valentine's Day?
I think you said how do you stop hurting people or how do you learn to fight? Yeah.
Yeah. How do you learn to fight? Kill Bill is an indicator. You have to go to samurai school.
She didn't go to samurai school. No, she went to like a. Was it a samurai teacher? Was her teacher like a samurai? I thought her teacher was like
He was like a Chinese kung fu master.
Well, yeah, but samurais are from Japan, so that wouldn't make sense if he was a Chinese kung fu master that taught her how to do
Was he from Japan?
Well, no, I'm saying you said she went to samurai school. I'm saying that kung fu and samurai are completely different. Kung
Well, I
fu,
think it was kung fu. Well, she fought with a sword,
yeah.
but she also learned kung fu.
Are you sure she knew kung fu and not karate?
That might have been karate.
I don't really remember. I don't really remember. I'm gonna be honest. I thought Kill Bill Volume 2 was really boring when I watched it. I'm like, this movie is so gay. I'm like, where's the cool like karate chopping scenes?
It pissed me off when he was like, "You can't eat rice with your hands."
Yeah.
It's like, the fuck?
What the fuck?
Why does that matter?
Bro, you're trying to teach me kung fu and you're making me eat my boogers with my toes? Okay, if they, I don't, I'm really just struggling to. I think he's either Chinese or Japanese. He definitely wasn't Korean.
I assume.
How funny would that be if she learned Taekwondo?
That would be funny.
She learned judo. What if she was?
Japanese jiu-jitsu.
What if she was learning Krav Maga from an Israeli commando and we completely misremembered?
What if her master was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu artist?
What if her master was Andrew Tate? And he taught her how to do BJJ? I think Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fucking sucks. If there's any BJJ guys out in the audience, I'll kick your ass. I'll beat your ass and then wipe your shit.
Why does it seem like that's the most popular one though?
Because it's very popular in the West.
Is it like a lower barrier to entry?
No, it's just like popular and a lot of guys in UFC do it. Because it's a very defensible it's very good at defense in MMA and UFC and stuff. But it's very boring to watch like a BJJ match because they just roll around on the mat and hug at each other. It's not very interesting to watch. The really interesting people are like, it's cool watching like kickboxers. Like Thai kickboxing's crazy. They're like flying all over the damn place because they do kickboxing, but they're like 5 feet tall, so they have like tons of energy and they're always just flying, zipping about.
If I was in Kill Bill and that old guy was like, you gotta
eat
be
rice.
better, or you have to eat rice with fucking chopsticks.
Okay, well hold on. Eating rice with chopsticks ain't all that hard though.
It is.
Okay.
If it's not sticky, how do you do like each individual grain of rice?
Well, the rice would be sticky.
Sometimes it's not.
Didn't she eat like one grain of rice a day?
Overboiled sometimes.
That's like such like a. We're totally misremembering this movie, but that's like such like a white issue. It's like, oh, I went to school and they made me eat rice with chopsticks. They made me starve.
Well,
bro, you couldn't learn how to use a chopstick?
I don't think it was the chopsticks that was the issue. I think she like had been training all day and her hands were all bloody.
Could you imagine if? Imagine this. This is the setup. It's like a Chinese guy comes to America, and he's like, I'm trying to get revenge on, or do. Why was she learning kung fu from that guy?
She wanted to kill Bill.
Is that why she was learning kung fu?
Yes.
I thought that was before she. No, she was learning to become an assassin. Because Kill Bill's women were all like assassins. They were all with Bill, and then he left her for dead.
Yeah.
With his ladies, and that's why she got revenge. She was an assassin or some bullshit. I don't know. Okay, so basically, here's the idea. So a Chinese guy comes to America and he's getting picked on. He's like, I need to learn how to do boxing, and he goes to a boxing school, and the boxing teacher's like, I'll teach you, you loser bitch. But you must learn to eat burgers with a spoon. And the Chinese guy's like, I don't know how, I can't do it. That'd be like the same thing. They'd be like, you can't use a utensil, dog? If I were Uma Thurman, I would have had that chopstick shit figured out day one.
Do you think it's hard to learn how to use like a fork if you've never used it?
Probably not, because it's just a spear, right? A spear is the easiest weapon to use.
Are there any cultures that don't use any kind of utensil?
I don't know, like for eating food only?
Yeah.
I think a lot of African cuisine you're meant to eat with your hands. Like I've seen like fufu, you're supposed to eat with your hands. You just grab it. But I mean, most food you can eat with your bare hands. Think about it. Burger?
Well, a lot of sauces or food in the West has a lot of like sauce
very
and sticky and
oil.
oil.
Not all food in the West.
Yeah.
Nope, not all.
Egg. But if you're eating just like meat.
Yep.
And
well, you know what? Meat is.
You can use your hands.
You could eat a steak with your hands certainly, but it's kind of your hand would get yucky.
If you ate with your just exclusively your hands in the West, you would get.
People would shit on you.
It would be gross.
People would get pissed.
I mean,
imagine if I went to Red Lobster and actually not true. I feel like I could have eaten my whole meal with my hands yesterday.
Mm.
Do you think if I ate
Well,
that,
yeah, because that was finger food. It was like
what,
fish and
a
chips.
flaky fish and chips, you're meant to eat with a fork and knife, though, aren't you?
The fish.
Yeah, but you could also eat the fish with just your hands. Like it's kind of like built like that. Like you could almost just grab.
Mm.
It's like a chicken tender. Would you eat a chicken tender with your hands?
Yeah.
So why not a deep fried fish?
I think it's because it's oily.
Yeah, but
Fingers on it.
well, yeah, it would obviously be messy, but I'm saying the logistics of it. Yeah, I totally could eat fish and chips with my bare hands.
I couldn't eat my meal. Like fish.
Oh, yeah, I'd have a hard time with that.
It would fall apart.
Yeah, but I think mine was definitely more doable. My natural urge is to start eating with my hands. My natural human urge is to start coming at that shit with my hands.
You don't ever feel like embarrassed?
Why would I be embarrassed of eating with my hands?
I don't know. Whenever I eat finger food in public, I feel like embarrassed.
You love finger food, though. You like those little sandwiches with the foil.
Mm-hmm. That's not finger food.
That's totally finger food.
Sandwich is not finger food.
Mini sandwiches.
Because it's not something you can just pop in your mouth.
A mini sandwich is a finger food.
Hold it.
A mini sandwich is a finger food.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with every time I go to a place where somebody's either old or dying, there's these little cucumber fucking nasty sandwiches. What the hell is that?
You don't like cucumber sandwiches?
What is a cucumber sandwich? Does it have mayo in it?
Cucumber sandwich is usually like you cut the crust off so it's more like spongy.
What the fuck?
And it's usually cucumbers with cream cheese.
Why does it have to have cream? Why can't it just be a cucumber?
Because the appeal is like the sauce.
This shit is ridiculous.
It's refreshing.
That's not refresh. That's twisted. What that is twisted.
They're good for picnics.
And what are the cherry sandwiches? Like the sandwiches with the weird little red shit in the middle?
Cherry?
It's like a sandwich. It's like a weird red thing in the middle. It's like a weird sandwich. And it's like the cucumber sandwiches, but it's got a little red in the middle.
Sure, that's not just jam?
No, man. It's like hard. It's like a flat thing.
Oh, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. I don't know what that is either, but they usually are around old people because old people live together most of the time.
So tired of old people.
And they like to cater.
Do old people know that they don't have to eat disgusting ass food?
Well, that's kind of the thing. When you're old and all of your taste buds are gone, you want bland food, comfort food.
Think on this. Old people in Asia don't eat disgusting ass food. They eat normal food.
I would imagine in their retirement homes they probably eat nasty food too.
Yeah, but they probably have like rice.
Yeah, but it'd be bland.
And noodles. Yeah. And sauce.
I think for like all cultures, usually food for old people is like kind of bland.
Dude, I've seen so many anime where an old man eats noodles.
Yeah.
It must happen in real life. The Japanese old people must eat noodles. I believe that it happens.
I mean, noodles is probably like the Asian version of
bread.
Of Kraft Dinner.
I think the Asian version of Kraft Dinner is ramen.
Like something bland that everyone likes.
I think the Asian version of Kraft Dinner is literally ramen. Like the cup noodles, that's like their Kraft Dinner. But they probably have Kraft Dinner too. I'm sure we export Kraft Dinner to Japan.
Oh, probably.
Because we've exported the Kit Kat bar. They have like green mint Kit Kat.
Are there any exclusively Canadian snacks?
Ketchup chips.
That you like?
Ketchup chips.
Yeah. I don't think there's exclusively Canadian anymore though.
Blueberry beer.
Yeah. I imagine they probably have local varieties.
No, I mean this is probably the most meandering episode of the podcast we've ever done.
Yeah.
Talk about fucking
what are we talking about?
Talk about finger foods.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
Well, I asked you good questions.
Imagine tuning in to your favorite show. Okay,
we're both very energetic.
Imagine tuning into your favorite show and if I was listening to 101.5 and they're like, I don't like those cucumber sandwiches, man. I'd be like, fuck you.
Cucumber sandwiches suck.
I get pissed. I think I'd go down to 101.5 and I'd do a mass shooting.
See, the thing I like about 101.5 is that they talk about weird things, but they're always very passionate.
Dude, you didn't even acknowledge what I said.
I did.
What did I say?
A shooting.
Not just a shooting.
A mass shooting. That's why I didn't want to acknowledge it.
I would never do that at 101.5. I respect them too much. You were saying about 101, they were passionate. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I always like that, even if they're talking about stuff I don't care about. They're very passionate about it.
Oh, dude, that guy yesterday was stupid as shit. He was like,
Which one?
I think the guy yesterday's like, I've recently discovered Daft Punk.
Oh yeah.
He's like,
I finally found out about
I
it.
found out about Daft Punk. This was like a
You guys
big flip hit.
hear that new album? Discovery?
They're like, I got the Last of Us music in the background. You know what it is. And he's like, all the couples have a bad Valentine's Day.
Oh God. Okay. I used to, even when I was single before I met you, and people would like rant about, oh, I'm so tired of all these couples.
I'm so scared.
It's like, grow up. Oh my God. Like, just be like the rest of us and be sad by yourself.
But if you're in the audience and Valentine's Day was tough for you and it made you sad,
that's okay.
We're here for you.
We understand your emotions.
And you're different from those
empathize.
We're different. If you're one of our fans, if you're one of our fans, you're different from those other people Tyler mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you say the same stuff, you're different because you're one of our fans.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, go and keep shitting on them.
Yeah. Well, I just feel like it's kind of selfish.
Well,
understand you're going through pain.
It's like the
but
Grinch.
You don't want to bring other people down with you.
It's like the Grinch.
Yeah.
The Grinch tried to destroy Christmas, and how did the Who's react to him? They ripped him apart. They pulled his legs off like a spider.
No.
Yeah, they pinned the Grinch down, and then all the Who's gathered around and started pulling his limbs off like a spider.
Yeah, and
then Cindy Lou
him.
Who went, "Stupid Grinch," and she popped his head off, and he went, "Oh!"
And then he started eating him, and her face was all green.
Yeah, her face was all green.
Covered in green blood.
Green fur and black blood.
Can you imagine if you accidentally cut your finger and it started bleeding green?
I'd assume I'm dying. Oh shit, I'm green.
Green is the one color you don't want to see.
You bleed green. You bleed green.
Do I?
Yeah, you're like Shrek. Do you remember the Shrek, the green Shrek ketchup?
No.
The green ketchup.
I remember the Shrek shampoo and body wash.
You do not want to put green shit on yourself.
I used to have the Shrek body wash and it made me feel so gooey.
It made me feel like I was in his swamp.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in his swamp with him.
Did people in your middle school ever play Shrek is Love?
Shrek is
Life in
the hallways? Man. Of course they did. I'd be playing, all the time. I was playing Gmod. People were always playing Shrek is Life over their mics.
I was always kind of curious. I was like, why are you so obsessed with gay fan fiction?
It's funny. It's hilarious.
It almost kind of seems like
it wasn't even. It was gay, yeah, but it was also a molestation story.
Yes. And I think they think that's funny.
Well, at the time it was certainly funny.
Yes.
It's less funny now, but at the time it was definitely funny. It definitely made me laugh as a kid. I'm like, this Shrek character, come on, Shrek wouldn't do that. I was thinking to myself, this is what I was thinking, and I'm going to tell you straight up what I was thinking. Shrek wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I thought bro was green.
It's kind of weird because a lot of 2010s pop culture, like memes and stuff,
like music.
No, not music. Like memes.
Sorry.
Like you can't even document
memes.
Yes, memes. You can't even document well because they were so offensive at the time.
You can document offensive
stuff.
You can talk about
other people with them.
Dude, they documented the Nazis. You think we can't document Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life?
Like, there's no way to convey to someone young now how popular 9/11 memes were.
It was crazy.
Like every try not to laugh challenge had that stupid Woody. We're not aiming for the truck.
If you compiled all the times I've seen 9/11 happen,
yeah,
I've probably watched 3 billion people die.
Like on Vine and stuff.
Come on, you got
to
give me an acknowledgement. That's funny. It's sad.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so much
of it. You know what I mean?
Once you watch a try not to laugh video from 2015, you won't know what I'm talking about.
You know what I mean?
And so many of the memes are racist, like the watermelon thing.
Well, the watermelon thing, didn't a black guy say that on TikTok?
Still racist.
Well, yeah, it's racist when white people laugh.
Yeah.
But shit, I mean, it's...
But, imagine trying to explain to your grandson, what did you find funny?
I've heard people say...
I like watermelon.
I've heard... Oh, my God. I've heard black creators say that, that King Bach sent them back.
He did.
The backflip... the backflip, though, video is funny.
I like the backflip
Save
one.
me! I'll save you.
Do you remember the guy's like back at it again at Krispy Kreme?
That was not King Bach though.
No, but he does a
But
backflip.
King Bach, some of them were low key racist. When these like the white conductor walks in, and he's like, "You ain't gonna make us sing," and then he starts cutting up the Jordans, and he's like, that it, it's racist.
Yeah. You see what I mean though? Like it's so weird to describe out of
I
context.
think he was using a bread knife on the J's. If anybody can fact check that, I believe the conductor was using a bread knife.
Yeah.
Which makes it funnier.
Yeah, but stuff like that. Like memes nowadays aren't really like that.
Some of them are.
Are they? I feel
there's like Sigma edits where it'll be like a transgender person, and then Andrew Tate will be like, "No," and then it'll be like, "Yes, Chad," and then it'll be like a funk will go.
I mean, maybe I've just removed myself from that like community, but I feel like I don't see that as often anymore.
I see racist ass memes all the time.
Well, your feed is like full of Nazis.
Well, I don't like it. I always say not interested.
You just get it.
I
don't know where you get it from because I don't get it.
And you know what do you not like about your For You page? The poem.
The poem.
I get a lot of porn on my
You get a lot
page.
of boobs.
I get tons. And I always say, you can confirm, I hit not interested.
It's almost evil how easy it is to get a feed full of nothing but violence and boobs.
Well, you know what, If
you're like a 12-year-old kid and you click like 3 videos, it's like, that's your life now.
You're
gonna watch nothing but porn.
If you click on a guy getting beat up, a meme, and like a hot chick, for the next 10 years of your life will be dominated by racism, violence, and pornography.
Yeah.
Until you learn how to hit the not interested button.
Mm-hmm. I feel like an algorithm should be like an option you toggle on.
Well, if you don't have it on, they wouldn't get you on the site all the time. Their algorithm ups engagement. They want you to keep watching.
Mm-hmm. It is kind of a satisfying feeling when you watch the videos you like and you actually get a feed that has stuff you're interested in. When the
algorithm works, it really does work.
It does. Remember when like we have a good night and it's like
the memes are fire.
Whoa, it's working.
When you get 5 good reels in a row, it feels like life is going to be okay.
Mm-hmm. It's like you're running through a field full of candy and rainbows.
Have you ever played the Simpsons movie? Have you ever played the Simpsons game?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the beginning when Homer is in Donut Land and he's a giant ball?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's like.
It's like when you're driving and you're hitting Marge.
No, that's Simpsons Hit and Run. Completely different game.
Close.
You don't remember the game where he's a big... Why'd you say yes when I said do you remember him being a big ball? If you don't.
I think I'm getting my Simpsons games mixed up.
How many Simpsons games have you played?
I had just one on GameCube. It might have been Hit and Run.
Then it was probably Hit and Run and not the Simpsons.
You only drive a car in that game?
In Simpsons Hit and Run?
Yeah.
Mostly, yeah.
I thought you have like levels where you run around.
You can run around, but there's not a whole lot of them. Most of the time it's driving. It's a driving game. It's like...
I do remember the cake, though.
There was no cake.
Yeah, you jump on top of the cake as Homer.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the Simpsons game where Homer's having a dream, and in his dream he's so fat that he's turned into a ball and he's just rolling around.
Well, Sean a ball.
Yeah, but this is Homer. But this is Homer. And you don't remember that.
No.
Okay, that's because it was a different game. In that game, though, you get to go to the Itchy and Scratchy world, and you get to do gang violence as Itchy and Scratchy. Or no, you're playing as Marge, and you're making a group to shut down Itchy and Scratchy.
Homer,
you need to stop the boy. Marge, I want the boy to hurt himself.
Mom, I'm a Scientologist.
Marge, I want the boy to hurt himself. Homer, you have to stop Bart. He's choking Lisa.
Remember that short where Billie Eilish is on The Simpsons? She's like, "Hi, Lisa. I'm Billie Eilish."
Yeah.
And then Lisa's like, "You're so indie and undercover. You're so badass."
And Billie Eilish is like, "Does your dad support you?" And Lisa's like, "No, he's a drunk."
And then Billie Eilish walks in, she sees Lisa, and she's like, "I want a guest. Color of your underwear."
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Except Billie Eilish didn't write that song.
She did for that verse.
Did she guess that? I want to guess the color of your underwear verse.
Did
she write it?
She wrote the remix.
She wrote the remix?
Yeah.
It's the remix. It's the remix.
That's why she's
a lesbian. It's the remix, Marge.
She's like, "I want to guess."
Billie Eilish is not a lesbian. Billie Eilish isn't a lesbian.
Is she bi?
Yeah.
Well, still, she wants to fuck Charlie. Her real name's Caroline.
Charlie's real name is Caroline?
Yeah.
Then why doesn't she go by Caroline XCX?
Because her name has always been her MSN name.
Why doesn't she go by Carolingia?
Because there's already a pop girl named Caroline.
Carolingia.
Caroline Polachek.
Caroline Delavied.
Hideo Kojima is a really big Caroline Polachek fan.
Is he?
Yeah, he's always been
Isn't she Polish?
Probably.
Chinese?
I don't know.
What's her deal?
Caroline Polachek?
What's her deal?
She makes like pop music.
What kind? Sing one of those songs. Sing the song for the fans.
They're so embarrassing to sing.
Sing one of them.
There's like that popular one. She's like,
Sing. Keep going.
So hard you hurt my feelings. Can't deal. And then there's one with the guitar and it's like
No.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Why'd you make me do that? It was embarrassing.
Because I had no idea what you were talking about. I still don't know.
I'll show you after.
And you like that song?
I like her.
And this is how the song that goes da 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 da.
Yeah, she's kind of. She has like.
I'm in my underwear, and I'm in my underpants. They're not clean. They are brown with poop.
I wasn't a fan of her most recent album.
Yeah, Macho Man gonna take a poop. Macho Man gonna make the little hooksters eat some poop.
Do you listen to a lot of music? Like
Yeah.
new music that comes out?
New music? Not really. Not a lot. I listen to a lot of stuff from the 70s.
I was gonna say it might be fun to do an episode talking about like music, but I don't think we listen, or at least you listen to enough music.
I listen to a lot of music. I just don't listen to new music.
Yeah, but our fans aren't gonna know about like 1970s folk music.
Richie loves music from the 80s and 70s. And
That's
Catherine
true.
loves music from the 70s and like 60s.
That's true. That's true.
And she likes music. She likes like music. I think she likes music from the 90s too.
But they also both like pop music.
Catherine does not like pop music.
Doesn't she?
No.
She's always talking about what's her name? Chappell Roan. She likes Chappell Roan.
Catherine never talks about Chappell Roan.
Yes, she does.
I've never heard Catherine talk about Chappell Roan.
Remember, we were in the car, and I was like, "Do you know Chappell Roan?" She's like, "Of course I know Chappell Roan."
Yeah, because she's everywhere.
Yeah.
That's like saying, "Oh, do you know Tom Cruise?" Yeah, everyone knows Tom Cruise. You just okay. Well, what's your favorite Mission Impossible? I don't watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't seen any.
Exactly, but you know Tom Cruise.
I heard of him.
You've seen him. He's a Scientologist. He was married to.
Where are so many celebrities?
He was married to Nicole Kidman.
Is there like a money trail? Like,
yeah.
Is there like lots of money people who are Scientologists?
Oh yeah, Scientology. Like one of the big things about Scientology is that to rank up, you got to give them money.
It's like pay to win.
Yeah, it is. It's a pay to win religion. Tom Cruise has donated millions of dollars to Scientology. They've got big money in Scientology. And then if you're the boss, you get to tell people what to do. So yeah, Nicole Kidman was married to Tom Cruise. And you know Nicole Kidman from
a lot of things.
Oh, what most recently? Baby Girl.
Oh yes,
she drank a big milky. I've never seen somebody drink milk like that.
I heard people on Twitter talking about how that movie is a cautionary tale about falling in love with a twink.
I've heard people say that movie was beautiful and amazing.
To people out there who have dated twinkish men, is it bad? Is that bad?
No.
I mean, it's more like.
Well, the straight twink is a villain.
That's what I mean.
The straight twink is an evil man.
It's betraying its inherent nature.
The reason he's thin is because his sins are eating away at his weight.
He's thin because he's designed to be bred, but he doesn't want to be bred.
No, I don't think that's okay. You got no.
Okay, I'll chill.
That's not. Yeah, you could chill. No, that's not how it goes. Listen. The twink, the male, the het twink, the heterosexual twink is skinny because some black rotten
something
evil
went wrong.
plague is eating away at his soul. Okay, do you know when you plug the vacuum into the wall and then you start vacuuming, but then the power goes out because the air conditioner's on?
No, that doesn't happen to me. I don't live in an apartment.
Okay, but imagine it did happen.
Okay.
Imagine your power grid failed.
Okay.
Right? Your power grid fails, all the milk in your fridge spoils.
Okay.
Are you going to keep drinking that milk?
Yeah.
And that's what the issue is. You're drinking rotten milk.
So you think Twinks are rotten milk?
No, I'm saying that. Well,
I don't know what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying. Okay, what I'm saying is that if you drink the milk, you will get sick.
So
Right?
yeah.
Right? Do you get what you follow my meaning now? Because
so is the moral not to vacuum while the air conditioner is on?
No, the moral is not to drink spoiled milk. That's the moral. Because you said that if your milk's spoiled, you would
get sick.
No, you said you would drink
I
it.
keep drinking it.
Yeah. Why though?
Because I don't want to pay money.
You don't have to pay money. It's already in your fridge.
Have you ever like?
What? Hold on. What do you mean I don't want to pay money? It's in your fridge already.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to waste it.
Okay, but you already paid for it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you'd want to waste it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever been like, oh, I'm so hungry and there's no food in my house.
I guess
I
I'll
don't
just
want
drink milk.
I don't want to pay for food, so I guess I'll just not eat.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever been so thirsty that you're like? Have you ever been so hungry, but the only thing in your fridge is milk? You're like, oh, I guess I just have to drink milk instead of eating food.
No, I just take it.
Take what?
Nothing.
You just take nothing?
Mm-hmm.
What if you die?
I say maybe tomorrow someone will feed me.
Maybe tomorrow I'll find food.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
find it in my path like a mouse.
Like a rat.
Do you ever like go to an event where you think you're going to be working and there's food and you're like, oh, thank God.
Where I think I'm going to be working?
Yeah.
I usually know if I'm working before I show up somewhere.
The hospital's been kind of sick lately because it's Valentine's Day, and so everyone has like free cookies lying around. It's like, ooh, yay.
What do you mean? Have you ever gone to an event where you're I don't understand. Have I ever gone to an event where I'm supposed to work, but then there's food there, so I don't have to work?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, like sometimes you go to class, and it'll be like, oh, because it's the last day of class, we'll have like a little potluck.
Yeah. But if it's the last day of class and you already show up, yeah, it's class and you show up, right?
Sure.
And they say we're gonna have a potluck. Then there's no food because you're already there.
No, it's like someone's like, oh, I just thought I'd bring cookies because it's the last day of class.
Yeah.
Someone was thoughtful, and it's never me who's thoughtful, but it's someone else. Or like at the hospital. You
brought me cookies today. Yesterday you brought me the day before yesterday you brought me cookies.
Yeah, that's an example.
Okay, but I didn't think I was gonna work.
Or like in the workplace, you'll have like, we're gonna have a work meeting at lunch. You're like, okay, fuck, I have to do a stupid work meeting.
Fuck,
it's like,
I gotta do a work meeting.
I brought Timbits.
Nobody makes me work during lunch.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't let it happen.
Well, we have like after lunch meetings.
Oh, after lunch is one thing, yeah. So you're at lunch, you're at work, you're like, fuck these fucking fuckers. You're like, fuck these fags, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, we got cookies.
Yep.
And then what face do you make? You gotta get a little closer to the camera. They can't see you. You gotta get you gotta get way closer.
And like that.
This should be the thumbnail.
But yeah, I'm very easily bribed with food. I know it's like a cheap way to make your employees like you, but
it works.
You're gonna be there either way because you don't want to starve. So you might as well get a cookie.
Well, you're okay. Working at Concordia or working at whatever hospital it is you work at.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right.
You don't get paid.
No.
You're an intern.
Yeah.
Unpaid internships are crazy. That's slavery, bruh.
Yeah, but it's either slavery.
You're a slave.
Or you become a worker with no experience, and then no one hires you.
You're like a slave.
Yeah, but I'm a slave in training. Isn't that fun?
Well, that's almost worse than being a slave. Do you think that when... Okay, you're not a slave. Okay, let me clarify, not a slave. But do you think that if a slave watched because people are like, oh, the Pokemon are enslaved. Do you think if a slave watched Pokemon, it'd be like, that's like me?
No.
Like if you think like a modern day slave, like a guy who like, where are slaves in the world right now? They're immigrant labor. In the workforce. Immigrant labor is almost prison labor.
Migrant workers.
Prison labor. Prison labor. Do you think of prison labor?
If the news is right, the Chinese Uyghurs or whatever.
Oh, I don't know if we should be talking about the Uyghurs.
Yeah.
I think we should maybe avoid talking about the Uyghurs.
They're always talking about how they're working in slavery.
They don't talk about the Uyghurs anymore.
Yeah, they do.
No. I've not seen a Uyghur article in like 2 years. I think we forgot about the Uyghurs.
It's such like a conservative like
I don't even know what's
counterpoint.
going on with them.
It's like, so you want to be?
Oh, we got
you
prison
think-
labor?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what
Well,
about the
look at
Uyghurs?
China.
Look at China. Look at
Yeah.
what China's doing with their Uyghurs.
Compared to that, we're good.
If we had their Uyghurs, we'd kill them. We would just kill them. We wouldn't do this evil slavery crap.
Mhm.
See, America, it is funny that Americans, I guess we're into the Uyghur thing. It is funny that Americans are like, look at what China's doing to the Uyghurs. It's like, bro, are you aware of what your country's been doing for like the past 20 years?
They have actual legislated slavery.
Well, that, and also what has America been doing in the Middle East for the past 20 years?
Terrorism.
Blowing shit up.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, bro.
Mhm.
I guess it's more humane. I guess it's more humane to blow somebody up than to make them work in a prison camp. Obviously, I'm not going to pretend like I know anything about the Uyghur situation.
This is our most controversial episode yet.
I'm not going to pretend like I know anything about the Uyghurs because I don't know anything about the Uyghurs. But I mean, America have been killing Muslims too. Let's not pretend. Let's not play games.
I don't even know, like, why are people saying there's slavery?
Because they were in camps. They had them in camps. And I don't know what they were doing in those camps. I have no idea.
America has camps too.
Well, they're called
They
prisons.
put brown people in them.
Yeah, they do that. Yeah, at the border. That's true. But yeah, and they were running them down with horses. Do you remember that when they ran down migrants with horses and they're like, "We hear you and we are listening. We will not use the horses anymore."
Thank you, Kamala.
That shit was crazy. And they come on like, "Why I lose, bro? Why you racist to me, bro?"
Mhm.
Like, bro, Donald Trump more orange than you are, bro.
Dude, it's like the meme.
Bro, it's the Cheeto.
Put the BLM sticker on the horse.
Bro, it's the Cheeto, bro.
Mhm.
Put the BLM sticker on the horse and shut up.
Yeah.
If Donald Trump said if tomorrow Donald Trump came out and said Black Lives Matter, he'd probably secure the white liberal vote. The liberals would be like, "Oh, I guess he's not that bad."
Okay, that would be such an interesting like
Because
social experiment.
they care more about platitudes than policy, right?
Yeah, but imagine this. Tomorrow Donald Trump is like, guys, I have a history of mental illness.
Yeah, I was off my meds.
My past 2 weeks, I had an episode, but I need you guys to know that I actually care for DEI.
Kanye could have gotten away with it.
Do you think the Democrats would accept him?
Yeah, I do think they'd accept it. I think they'd be like, we need to hear and understand
him
the
out.
Cheeto man.
We need to
They'd
center.
be like, if you call him the crazy Cheeto again, that is ableism.
We need to center DEI voices.
We need to center
Mentally ill.
unmedicated voices.
Let's get him to work for the airplanes.
We need to center the voices.
Yeah.
Get him to work. Get him to fly the plane. See how he does.
Do you remember when Trump was like, there are people in psychosis working for the planes?
There are people in psychosis flying the planes into each other.
They're flying the planes
They're
into
flying
each other.
the planes into each
It's
other.
making
It's
a
like
big mess.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
It's like Jane in Breaking Bad. I'm flying the planes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
get him to do that.
Do you think
now.
that people? What's your least favorite Donald Trump name that people use? I think the Cheeto is so cringe.
Cheeto Man,
The
Orange
Cheeto,
Man.
Orange Man bad.
Orange Man bad has become like a post-ironic.
It's like post-liberal. Because now
Well,
conservatives say it.
Every Donald Trump meme has been run
Almost
to the
every
ground.
Donald Trump meme sucks.
Because it's been going on for almost a decade.
The whole China. Oh, shut up. Alec Baldwin. That shit was so bad.
He's not funny
That shit
anymore.
was so
it's just
bad.
sad.
Donald Trump is not funny anymore.
No, he's just evil.
He's
He's not
just
even
crazy.
trying to be funny.
He's
Like,
not even trying to be funny these
whenever
days.
he does interviews, he's not trying to be funny. He's just like, I'm evil.
Do you remember
I'm,
that awesome
you need
interview?
to
He's
kill
like,
me.
the world is an angry place.
Yeah. What was he talking about there?
I don't fucking know.
Just
I
that
think he was
people
talking
as
about.
cats.
I think he was talking about Antifa.
Yeah, that was when the George Floyd
I think he was talking about
protests
Antifa.
happened. Yeah.
Dude, Antifa's out of control, bro.
Why do people hate Antifa?
Because Antifa's terrorists, bro.
Or what did they do that's
I remember
terrorist?
I think it was during the George Floyd protests, I was in a Discord call with like some conservative person I knew at the time. And they're like, what do you think about what they're doing now? They're burning down police stations. And I'm like, good. I hope they all get burned down. They're like, how can you say that? How can you say that? It's like, who
But the police
cares?
stations?
Yeah, it's like, who gives a fuck?
Their stations.
Bro, McDonald's has fallen.
Was this who I think it is?
Probably not. I don't know. Who do you think it was?
Uh,
He doesn't even listen. Who cares? And no, it
Yeah.
wasn't him. It was It was Richard Park Bailey.
Mm.
I'll say his full legal name.
It's
I really shouldn't do that.
probably not.
I'm not gonna edit it out though.
That's okay.
What is this episode 20? Is this episode 23? We didn't do any housekeeping.
What's there to housekeep?
Oh man, it was Valentine's Day yesterday.
Oh yeah. I hope you all had a sweet Valentine's Day.
We were already
We had a
shitting on
great
people
day.
who had a bad day.
That's true.
We've been so negative this episode. So negative. So negative.
Negative finger food.
We've been
That's the
shitting
title.
on finger food, foul finger foods,
Antifa finger food and
Donald
negativity.
Trump, and we were talking about the Uyghurs.
Yeah.
What the fuck was I saying before the Uyghurs? Oh, yeah, I was saying, do you think if you went to a prison and you had a prisoner who was doing prison wage like slavery? Because if you look at the 13th Amendment, it says that slavery is prohibited except
Yes, I know.
in the prison.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know, but the fans might not know. So the 13th Amendment in the United States, slavery is legal. This is a fact. This is not a conspiracy. So I'm saying, do you think if a prison slave laborer saw Pokemon, he'd be like, oh my god, I'm like Pikachu.
No. No,
I'm
I
like-
don't think
I'm like,
Pikachu.
I'm like, wait, dude, I'm like the Raticate. They'd be like, I'm like his Rattata.
You think about all the
What the fuck is the guy from Pokemon, the Red, stop scratching your rival in Pokemon Red, Professor Oak's son, Gary Oak.
Gary. Yeah.
Do you think he'd be like, I'm like Gary's Raticate? They just use me to make license plates and they kill me.
I think there are a lot of representatives out there that can portray like a slavery position, and I don't think Pokemon is one that prisoners would attach.
You don't think they'd relate to it?
No.
Being kept in a little ball?
No, because
They're being
the
forced to do
Pokemon
work.
seem to enjoy it.
They do seem to enjoy it, don't they? It is. I mean, if you look at it from an objective logistics point of view, it is straight up I mean, it's a beast of burden, right? It's like a slave.
Pokemon have the choice to not get in the ball.
Do you think when a laborer sees? No, man, because you throw the ball at them, you beat them up.
Yeah, but you can be like Pikachu in the beginning of Indigo League,
I know, but
where
if
you just don't want to get in the ball.
In the video games, you beat them up.
Yeah.
Like when you try to catch a wild Pokemon, how much damage do you do to it?
Well, usually half health,
Usually about half health.
but it's like you're taming it.
No, you're beating the fuck out of it. You're shooting it with lightning bolts, right? Because okay, which Pokemon is in your party right now? Who's like your strongest?
Oshawott?
Okay, you're shooting them with cannons of water.
Yeah.
Imagine you're sitting about and someone's like, can you join my crew? And you go, no. And then they take out a hose. They take out an industrial hose and spray you with frozen water. And they're like, are you going to join my crew now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm joining your crew now. And I'll get in the cage.
Well, I think it's supposed to portray more like, whoa, your guys are strong. I'm going to stick with you because you have benefits.
I don't think that you're convincing the Pokemon.
Hmm.
Because the Ultra Ball is just a better Pokemon ball. You think that the Pokemon is like, wow, this ball's so shiny and nice. I'm going to stay in here.
Hold on, I'm going to give you a metaphor.
Yep.
Imagine you're in like West Side Story.
Yep.
And you're some like homeless white jitling. And you're like, fuck, I have no friends. My life sucks. I'm going to starve soon. And then although the white guy is like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
There's a critical difference.
And then they
between
kick
what
your
you're-
garbage can. They're like, you're not eating out of that, buddy. You're going to come eat steak with me at our hangout. And then when time comes,
They're
you're going to
poor
serve
too.
me.
But they're poor too. They don't eat steaks.
You wouldn't be like, okay.
No, because that's not what's happening. It'd be like if the Jets came up and started beating his fucking ass, and then said, "Get in this dog cage."
Yeah, but then sometimes
would be
they
like
give,
that.
They give you head pats sometimes.
That's wicked. That's twisted. That's slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think when a prisoner sees a cow in a butcher place that they're like, "That's like me"?
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes, yeah.
Here,
That's how they feel.
here's a question. Would you rather work 40 hours a week and be independent, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
or be someone's slave, but the only
my
thing
God.
they want you to do
It's
is like
terrible.
give you head pats,
That's a horrible question.
like someone's pet? What would you do?
Would I rather have a job or be a slave?
Yeah.
I'd rather have a job.
Really?
I don't want to be a slave,
But you wouldn't have to work. They'd pay for your needs.
and I'm a slave.
Yeah, but all they do is treat you nice.
You're trying to invent a scenario where slavery's cool.
Yeah.
You're doing the slave movies from the 90s where there'd always be a nice slave owner.
Uh-huh. Okay. It was just a hypothetical.
It's bad.
Okay.
Okay, here's a hypothetical. Would you rather
This is a strange episode.
Would you rather get all your your entire body is burnt, 3rd-degree burns, or would you rather eat a spoonful of shit?
Spoonful of poop.
So you like eating poop?
Yeah. So yummy.
So the situation with the Uyghurs.
This is a weird ass episode.
Okay.
I feel like we need to talk about something normal to ground us.
We're not. I don't want. I was just teasing. I don't want to talk about the Uyghurs.
Okay, good. So how about Hamas?
Donald Trump. Donald Trump. What the hell? Elon. What the hell up with Elon
What the
Musk?
hell?
Have you seen that photo of him where he's like his eyes are poking out? He's like,
who?
Elon.
I haven't seen a normal picture of him in years.
Remember Owl House? There was a guy in that show whose name was Zeno Robinson. Imagine your name is Zeno.
Who?
Zeno Robinson?
Oh, the guy who plays Hunter?
Yeah, in Gamma 2.
Yeah.
His name is Zeno. That's crazy.
That's a cool name.
Imagine being named Zeno. You go to school, they're like, Zeno? Is there a Zeno?
That's me, I'm Zeno.
Zeno Rabbit. Ferris Bueller. Ferris Bueller's Day Off much?
Mm-hmm.
When you stay home from school or work, are you like, I'm about to have a Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and then you just go to bed?
Yeah. So I do that a lot. I have like a day to myself during the week, and
you're like, shit's about to get crazy.
I'm gonna study for a little bit, and then I'm gonna
do
my chores, and then I'm gonna watch a movie, and then I sleep until dinner, and then I make dinner, and then I go to bed.
Dinner. Wait, check this out.
Boring.
Dinner.
You always underestimate how long dinner takes to make. It's like a 30-year day goes to making dinner.
How long does it take you to make dinner?
Too long.
It takes me like 40 minutes to make dinner.
My mom's like, no, we have to set up the cutting board nice.
Him.
And then we have to make sure we have bowls to put all our food in, and then put it onto our plate from those bowls.
That's your mom.
So we have double of dishes to wash.
That's your mom.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you say is the most important rule of podcasting?
Be funny.
Nope.
Have something to talk about.
Oh yeah. Okay. What do you think is the most second important rule of podcasting? Yes,
dope.
and.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do a little. We got a few minutes. Let's do a comedic sort of thing before we close it out. Let's do a little improv.
Okay.
Okay. Dude, I was at the store.
Yeah. What store?
Well, maybe hit him with like.
Yeah,
dude, I was at the store. Wait, hold on. I was at the store.
At the gay store.
No, man, no.
Yeah, dude, I think you were at the gay store.
No, dude. What would I even buy there?
Dude, you'd buy fucking butt plugs. You'd buy a big penis.
You'd buy a poop.
You'd be like, I want to put this up my bum.
You'd be like, I'm gonna buy poop at the gay store.
I'm gonna put poop up my bum.
Okay, well, you know what? I don't go to the gay store, but I was talking to your doctor, and the doctor said that you go to the poop store because you are out of it and you have to buy.
Yeah, no, I go to buy poop for you because I know how much you like it.
No, you go to
I'm always at the gay store for you.
No, you go to the poop store and you buy poop and you put it up your butt.
I do a fecal transplant with you because you're always so sick.
No, that doesn't.
I need poop.
I'm the epitome of health.
Someone's poop in my bum.
No, I'm the epitome of health.
I'm so sick. I need bacteria.
I remember when I ate Catherine's bacteria.
I need my friend's bacteria.
Remember when I ate Catherine's bacteria?
Yeah, for those that don't know, we were at a restaurant.
Boston Pizza.
And you were eating off someone's plate.
Catherine's plate.
And you're like, stop, you're going to get my bacteria?
No, you're misremembering.
Okay.
I took a sip of Catherine's. I'm like, Catherine had a soda. And I'm like, is your Diet Pepsi good? She's like, yeah, it's pretty good. I'm like, can I have a sip?
Yeah.
And then I sipped and I go, I love the bacterias.
No, you're like, I love my friend's bacterias. And then the waitress came up from behind you and was like, the fuck?
Yeah, and my back was to the wall and she faced through the wall like a ghost.
She said, derp.
She said, derp. Derp, buddy, derp, derp.
Yeah.
Anyways, you go to the poop store because you're out of poop, so you shove poop up your butt so you can shit it out again.
Yeah, it's more common than you think.
You give yourself a C-section and you put poop in your colon.
Whenever I'm at the hospital and I see the poop bags, I want to smack around.
What if a woman had a baby?
That would be crazy.
Fuck you. What if a chickie poo what if a little chickie poo had a baby, but the baby was too early, and they're like, we gotta put it back in, and they gave her a C-section, put the baby in, and then zipped her back up. And then she held the baby for another 2 months, and the baby came out normal.
Stitches are kind of like zippers, because you can undo them.
Well, you can also do them up.
Yeah, exactly. If you think about it, they are zippers.
But what the hell are you talking about a zipper? What are you talking about?
Staples.
What about a staple?
It's like a...
Well, yeah, they close or shut, though, when they do the C-section.
Yeah, but if you take those staples out... it'll open back up.
Yeah, and if I pull my nose off, I'd be Voldemort. Which that's your point.
But I'm saying that's how you get back in.
Yeah.
To get the baby when it's ready.
No, well, oh yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, I guess you could just do another C-section. But I'm saying it'd be funny if she did a natural birth after. Hey, she gives birth too early, and then they take the afterbirth, and then they put the baby back in it, and they put it back in the mom's belly.
Yucky.
Because they're like, we have an incubator, but it's really expensive to operate, so we're just gonna put the baby and the afterbirth back in you.
Here's a question. So when you give birth to a baby, your umbilical cord is still attached, right?
I get you. Sure, yeah.
So like, what if you just
cut it?
But what if you just kept it to like an augment, like in 40K?
I think it would get infected.
You think?
Yeah.
Would the baby still get nutrition?
No, because it's connected to the afterbirth. Like it's
sure?
not. Yeah. Like when the baby, like if a baby's born, right? You cut the umbilical cord.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But then the umbilical cord is connected to the afterbirth. Like it's not connected to the mom's uterus, like vagina.
I see. Yeah.
I think.
I don't know. It's been a while since I was in biology.
Because the umbilical cord connects the baby to the mom, but then the mom ejects the egg.
Yeah.
With the baby after birth. That's crazy.
This is a disturbing episode.
Because, yeah, well, you know what? When I was a kid, I thought you just give birth to the baby and that's it. But the woman still has to push out like another 5 pounds of goo.
Yeah.
And it is literally goo. It's red, bloody goo.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
Could you imagine?
No, I don't.
What a lot of fathers in when fathers pre 20th century were watching their wife give birth, if they were there, and they saw the afterbirth, which I'm sure a lot of the times it was hidden from them. But imagine being a man in the 30s and seeing the afterbirth. You'd be like, "My God, what is that? What the hell is that? Are you dying?" And the nurse wife, the midwife would be like, "No, it's actually very normal.
I just had a funny idea.
It's actually super normal."
So you know how in the 50s when a guy's kid was being born, he'd pop a cigar and my little boy's being delivered.
I don't think every man did that, but yeah, I do know what you're talking about.
The 2024 postmodern version is oh, my vape's being delivered by Amazon. Time to hit the Benjamin.
Your vape's getting delivered by Amazon.
My 50 Nicks being delivered. Time to hit the pen.
Okay.
Yeah. This is millennials in 2024.
Wouldn't that in the 60s though? Wouldn't that be like, oh, my baby's being born, time to give my baby a kiss?
No, you smoke a cigar.
Yeah,
blow it in the baby's face.
Yeah, but you're saying a vape is the equivalent of a baby nowadays.
Can you imagine being born fresh into the world and your dad's like, my beautiful boy.
This is the first face you see.
Do that to the camera.
Burps in your face.
Welcome to the world.
It looks like Nikocado avocado. No, but you're saying, okay, the equivalent of a baby. Okay, so in the 50s, your baby would be born, you'd smoke a cigar.
Yes.
Now your vape gets delivered, so you smoke your pen.
Like the cartridges get delivered.
Yeah, and you're saying that's like a baby?
Your new Switch game gets delivered. Hello Kitty Island. Hit the pen.
Okay, now that's closer.
Better.
That one makes a little more sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
But that'd be like if your baby was getting born, so you smoke a baby. It would kind of be like what your comparison was like almost.
Mm-hmm.
But I get what you're saying, and it is funny.
That's funny.
Because the number 3 rule of podcasting is yes and. My dad didn't smoke a cigar when I was born. He was in the room looking at my beautiful face. He's like, "This is the most beautiful."
Where's my pen?
He said, "This is the most beautiful creature I've ever seen."
I get really confused at the hospital.
Was your dad in the room when you were born?
I don't know. Probably not.
All right. So you get confused at the hospital because you don't know where you're supposed to, if you're supposed to be sick there.
Yeah. Well, there's that, but they call the psychiatric nurses pens for whatever reason.
You're always thinking people are talking about the Benjamin.
Yeah. There's I need to find the pen. I'm like, girl, no, you don't. You're at a hospital.
Let me see you. I think you're shrouding too much darkness for the.
That's just my soul, man.
Well, no, because I was gonna say
shrouded in darkness.
No, because I was gonna say I wonder if the audience wonders why your eyes red, but I don't think you can even see your eye.
Oh, he's too dark.
Oh, you know what, dude? That's crazy. Homecoming. That's a great podcast story. Is the contact story? That's a good story for a podcast.
Next time.
It's way too. We don't have nearly enough time to get into it now, and the battery's dying. But we had such a. There was a lot of actually great stories we had. We had a bunch of weird coincidences happen today. Remember? That lady recognized me, and we found the tomato juice, and we looked around for the tomato juice.
Tomato juice.
We went to 3 different clinics. It was crazy. Your eye was hurt. We saw something crazy yesterday.
Pain.
We saw bugs yesterday. I mean, yesterday got crazy. I ate fish. It got crazy.
There's red lobsters.
And there was a man with a JBL speaker outside the mall.
Yep.
And there was a contact stuck in your eye.
10 police.
There's like 10 police with a contact stuck into your eye. I mean, a lot of crazy shit happened, but unfortunately, we just don't have any time to talk about that. And we saw Companion
Next
yesterday.
time, folks. Yep.
We saw Companion yesterday.
Good movie.
It was actually, it was a really good movie. But we have no time to talk. We were watching wrestling yesterday. We saw a great match with Kurt Angle and the Triple H.
Yes.
That was really good.
Yes.
What was your favorite part of that match?
I like when Kurt Angle sprayed the milk.
That was a good moment.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like when Kurt Angle did the triple suplex on Triple H?
Yes.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have today, folks. So I'm sorry you couldn't get any cool stories or any advice or anything like that. But
next time.
We do have a very special episode next week. Do you want to spoil what the special surprise is going to be next week?
You say.
You say it.
I forgot what it is.
Come on, you remember.
Oh yeah, we're doing a special tea tasting.
Nope. Soda.
We're making tea sodas.
Nope.
Making sodas.
We're making
homemade sodas.
Type of sodas.
Yep. Soda episode.
We won't spoil.
Soon.
Yeah, soda episode soon.
Bye.
Bye.